So today, the intention is to, of course, one is to share all the learnings and put them in a proper context for the whole program, and to prepare for the tomorrow, right? So to prepare for the life after the program, and how do you continue to develop yourself, and how do you continue to develop your organization. So we will do discussions on that, and plus whatever questions you have, you can ask those questions so that you can have a game plan for your future. Okay. And both as individual, as leaders, that is, and also as organization. But we can start with sharing, and some of you have done good presentations, and you're able to capture a lot of things. Others, have you created something? So I received from Amish and Jigar and Nisheth. Other people, have you anybody has created anything? Some form of presentation, form of documentation of the learnings. It doesn't have to be a fancy presentation per se, but so Parth, sorry, Arpit, you created something, right?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, very good. Hardip? Good. Okay. Parth, you haven't created, right? Okay. And Bhavesh?
Yes, I created in a
Okay,
Word document.
fantastic. Alpesh? Okay, great. So anybody can start. Who wants to start? And Parth, as you listen to everybody else, you can put your thoughts together and maybe put it on a Word document or something. Yeah. So if nobody starts, then Nishit will start. Okay.
Yeah, I can start.
Hey, Nishit,
Yes.
you read about Flamingo,
Yes.
or did you knew it in advance?
Yeah, the talks were going on.
Okay.
I know a couple of people working there.
Hmm.
So they were in talks from last 1 year.
Right. And which was the travel company which was in Shark Tank? I think something starting with R. Is there something Remigo or something?
No idea.
I've forgot the
Not
name.
known.
Because there was a company in Shark Tank, and then it was questioned about other companies,
Hmm.
and that are they familiar with this and all that. You should just check out later on. Yeah.
Okay. Remigo.
Right.
Remigo.
So what is that? What kind of company is that?
They are into AI generated itineraries.
Hmm. Which is stupid, right?
Yeah.
But still,
But it still gives very absurd, and it doesn't look like personalized, It's a generic itinerary you get.
and is Flamingos in line with what you wanted to do for yourself,
I'm
or
sorry.
different? Flamingo's
No,
business model, is it similar to what you had in
no,
mind?
no, no. It's
Different.
completely different. Yes,
All
they are
right.
into B2C, and they do just group departures, mainly into group departures.
Right. Okay. Got that. Good. So at least you know that if you build something, then there are some investors in your space.
Yes.
Okay, over to you. You want to share?
Yeah. Sure, I'll share it. Okay, so is it visible?
Yeah.
So I start with what I used to do and
Do
what
you
I
want
have
to do full
learned.
screen?
Sure. Yeah.
And you don't have to read, you can just kind of say what you want to say, right? It doesn't have to, you
Yeah.
don't have to go through the whole thing like a presentation.
Yeah. So when I started, I know that I believe that I'm doing a good business. I'm doing good. But later on, I realized that that was all the activities I used to do. It was nothing to build an organization or build a business. It was only transactions which were happening. Okay, not the real business. Okay. Uh, so initially, I was like, before I started a course, I was a quick problem solving. So anything which was coming, we used to solve it. Okay, but we never used to go deep down into it. Okay, and those were all the opinion based discussions or the outcomes, that this is happening, we should do this. But we never realize that, there are certain patterns to understand, and we can do something uh, with it, with that product, and we could have a good amount of business generation through it. So I think the first one or two sessions of our program, I started realizing that, only the transactions are not the business. Okay, or the activities which are not the business. We the business should have clear purpose, discipline, strategy, align all the systems, and of course the conscious leadership. And this part which I like the boss, because the factual listening. Uh, I used to labeled as I'm a very good listener, okay, from my past organizations and everywhere. Uh, but when we discuss this point, I realize that still I need to learn too much on this, because I thought I'm listening, okay. I thought I listened to a people, but I was not listening the factual listening we said. Okay, there are a lot of judgment used to come in. There are a lot of voice of cynicism. There's a lot of voice of fear when I used to give instructions or after listening any judgment. But I overcome this after the sessions. From ego thinking to eco thinking. Uh, Many a times I realize so many of my judgment, my viewpoints, egocentric. Okay, but once we started a deep listening, active listening, somewhat this has helped my ego thinking to eco thinking. This was great empathy walk. Okay, I was not aware about it. Okay, I've I've never done or never heard about this concept before. When after that, when we started applying to a day-to-day routine, um, I think it gives a very good insight after this. We are never we have never done this before. Okay, stakeholder interview. It was just the action, a few interactions with the client, and immediately we used to apply. So before this, we never knew what exactly our customers or our employees or partner needs it. Okay, but once we started doing this, and once we have put this in the practice, this helped myself to a great extent. Okay, once again. Just a moment, I think. Okay, the MTP. When we started doing this exercise, initially I had.
What is your company's MTP? Have you written it?
Yeah. It's not written here.
You should write it here, okay?
Okay.
Mm. Go ahead.
Okay. So this I have never done it before, okay?
Yeah.
Because I said we were into just activities or the transactions, not to
Right.
making extraordinary organization. So
Right.
this has given me lot of insights. Okay, when we created this MTP, I know your words. You said it should not be a good English, it should have maths also.
Right.
Okay, so then I started realizing that MTP should um, be such that you can, with that statement, you can make your you can align your goals and you can make your organization extraordinary.
Right. What is your MTP?
My MTP is
Okay.
aligning people, travel and purpose.
No. You should find out and share with us later on.
Sure, 2 minutes.
I think it's connecting people with
With
places and
yes.
purpose or some.
Purpose, yes. Connecting people with places and with purpose.
Yeah. So you're not in action on your MTP, okay? And otherwise you would not forget it.
No, yes. I'm on a lot of things, so yes, I missed it.
Yeah. Okay.
So strategy is state of connecting choices, winning aspirations, where we'll pay, how we will, capabilities and management systems.
Right.
So MSIRTP framework.
Right.
So organization cannot work in silos. This points also it touched me rudely because many a times I used to work alone in silos. I used to take decisions alone um, uh, without involving our team. Okay,
Right.
so everybody needs to be synced in all the decisions and activities.
Right.
Strategy map, FCPC framework. Balance scorecard. Okay, so applying ODeX thinking to travel Canva.
Yeah.
Initial, my thinking was more descriptive and conceptual. Okay. So this is again what you said. Strategy should not only be expressed in good language, but must also be sharpened by clear thinking. So we did that exercise the expense per booking, what is the total expenses, the staff per minute cost, which I never ever thought of. Now I realize that my one staff, if they put 1 minute in one activity, I get what X amount of uh, cost, which I never realized it before.
Right.
So connecting all the concept like factual listening, empathy walk, stakeholder understanding, MTP, 5 choice framework, and strategy map and balance scorecard. So top 10 learnings: listening to understand really, not respond. Recognize internal voices, influence in thinking. See people are source, not resource. Empathy reveals system realities. Stakeholder insights improve strategy. Purpose provides directions. Strategy requires discipline choice. Systems create sustainable result. Organization must operate as an integrated system, and leadership begins with self-awareness. So what I'll do now, this is a continuous thing which I'm going to do it. Practice factual listening, understand system before solving problems, engage stakeholder before decision, make clear strategic choice, focus on building systems, not just activities, and practice self-awareness in leadership. So my personal reflection after this ODeX, the 6 months journey, I started getting a better outcomes, stronger systems. We started creating stronger systems. My decisions are little better compared to a past, and it's a better thinking. So biggest shift from me through this ODeX program has been moving from reacting to problem to understanding the system behind them and responding with greater awareness.
Okay, great. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
So just later on, put your MTP in this, and
Yeah,
you can.
I'll do that. Yes.
And maybe you can also add a small para of introducing your company and the work that you do, right? So just add these two things and send it again to me.
Sure.
Thank
Sure,
you very much.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Can we all appreciate Nishit for his learning as well as for his sharing? Thank you very much. Good job. Okay. Who wants to go next? Okay. Everybody else, you will have 5 minutes. Okay. Per person, 5 minutes. Who wants to be the next one?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for this wonderful journey. So every session was a learning in itself. We started with first getting the basics right, like how we should have the right mindset. It's about trying to listen to others. So we first did the basics, got our mindset right to actually understand what is strategy, what should be your MTP, and what that did in parallel is it made our life easier, personally as well as professionally. So when you suppress those voices of judgment, cynicism, fear, you start listening, and a lot of the problems are around listening. So conflicts reduce, and I've seen that overall interactions with people around me has improved because of that. Um, Also, that helped create a very strong, powerful MTP, which was like transforming SMBs and product owners evolve through technology. So we call it system ecosystem, but through technology. And we have been true to that, but we also learned about tools on how to get about you know create like succeeding in your MTP. So we did MSIRTP, we did five choices framework. We saw how to define a strategy, which was an eye opener, where we did a lot of research. So data and research are as important as creating a strategy, right? So the data backed strategy will always win over just some vision statement or mission statement. So that's what we learned. And then, of course, we learned about the strategy maps and business scorecard. And they were again one more way of realizing our MTP. So I think the base is if you have the right North Star, like a very uh, well-defined MTP, it becomes easier for you to create a strategy map. It becomes then easier to create your business scorecard. Uh, you can visualize the initiatives that you need to take, and you move in the right direction. So I think uh, that has helped a lot. And in at UCS as well as in in personal life, it has helped. I'll give you a few examples from UCS point of view. We even changed the positioning of UCS after going through the program. So in last 6 months, we were a general IT services company. Now we are focusing. We are saying that we are product first engineering company working with product founders and people who have some good ideas. So the positioning itself shifted after the program. And then we were able to define our target audience based on that. We even, changed our sales strategy. So we are looking at building partnerships and leverage our ecosystem support like House of Starts and then the venture fund that UV is building. So that would be our primary, source of sales rather than standing up a sales team and going after customers. So things like this, would have been very difficult to comprehend and implement. If we would have not gone through this course, it would have been a very big debate on just closing down a department and then doing something radical to do the sales. So I think, but with this program, it was easy to communicate and do the repositioning and even communicate it to the teams in a very logical and easy to understand. I think all in all, this has been my journey through this ODeX.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And thanks for sharing. Let's acknowledge Amish, everybody. Thank you. Okay. And by the way, as we go ahead, if some questions pop in your mind, make a note of it. We're going to take questions also. Okay. As we complete the sharing, we'll be then doing a lot of work around preparing for the future, but it will also include an opportunity to ask questions. Okay. Hey, Mallesh and Pankaj, welcome. Pankaj, उठ गए आज जल्दी?
Hi, morning.
Good morning, Mallesh. Okay, so we are giving 5 minutes everybody to share their learning journeys across the ODeX program. Some people have created presentations and some people are just sharing, right? So, Malesh, Dr. Ashwath, Pankaj, you can.
Manoj. So before my data gets over, I will present mine.
That will be good.
Yeah, I did make a presentation. It was not colorful, so I wanted to make in the morning, early morning. I just sat and this happened. So
Okay.
the coconut tree branches fell onto the cable. It was
Oh.
due. I was calling from the morning. No guy, like Geo people are not picking up. They just picked right now, and they said they will set up some. There is a process. They will set up somebody. Engineer will come and they will re-put a key cable. Okay, so yeah,
Once you upgrade your presentation later on, do share with us. Okay.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I made about some 10 slides.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So what did I learn from ODeX? The first thing we learned is how to put up the platform for entrepreneurial thinking among professional students and who are interested. And we got to know that how to put up the platform, and wherein we will focus more on innovation and problem solving, not just making money. And when it comes to, for example, startup, how to go a structural startup ideation, that we learned. And moreover, real world impact and value creation is very important. Then only we can succeed in creating a successful startup. That we got to see. The process we learned. And entrepreneurial mindset we want to embed for the people. Okay. And also at the same time, we will give emphasis for skill set, that also be given importance. And then ask them to identify problems, and from the problems, they have to get the opportunities, and we help them in that. That also we got to see, and it is which is a very important point which we learned. And creative thinking and critical thinking at the same time, that also we learned. And build solutions to generate value. That is one point I would like to emphasize here. And also looking from the customer point. So we can't pick all the customers and start advertising that we will train and we will help them. It's not that. We have to segment. Okay, identify multiple potential customer groups, and then analyze their needs and challenges, narrow down most relevant segments for our expertise, and then focus on reachable and realistic markets from there. And the next one is the target audience identification. In that context, some examples I have here. For example, professionals who are at let's say, who want to get into the field of like communication, IT, and they may be not working in that field. For such people, we want to cater. So that is one of the example. And youth who are seeking employment and not able to get the employment, for them, instead of going for an employment, we wanted to make them create employment by starting a startup. So for that, what needs to be done, how to go about that, we learned from here this ODeX, that we will help the people to do themselves from their end. And understanding customer needs also, we had get to see. Usual way is we just straight away try to cater the customers everything. That's not the way. So we need to identify the problems faced by the users and determine their the unmet needs and build solutions around the customer problems. Ensure this idea through a problem driven. Okay, so that is one. And problem solution fit clearly. Like this is a summary which I gathered from the notes I made for the past 5-6 sessions. Okay, so we clearly define the customer segment, identify the problem faced by the customer segment, and then propose a solution that create a value for them. Communicate idea clearly in concise format for them. Okay. And key takeaways. Definitely structural thinking in entrepreneurship, how to embed that we learned through ODeX. and data-driven market segmentation. We have to do a research and then accordingly we have to plan. It's not just head-on we have to go. And we have to approach customer-centric innovation. We can't put our own ideas on the people. Okay. Clear articulation of startup ideas is very important in the process. And focus on impact-driven solutions. That is the one of the takeaway from the ODeX. And the conclusion, definitely ODeX helped to develop entrepreneurship mindset among us that we are going to do it for our customers. Innovation thinking, that is very important for us, for anybody per se. And we need to work on our customer segmentation. We have to discover the right customers. And then what is the skills we need to embed that we learned. Structured approach for building startups. That is the another conclusion from the ODeX which we learned. Yeah, and this is in still crude stage.
Right.
We need to do a little bit more work on that. I'll share that once that is done.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Dr. Ashwath.
Thank you.
And maybe, Doctor, you can go through all your notes and kind of put it in a structured approach, right? Once you get some time.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, mm, uh, thanks you for the opportunity to share, first of all. And in these 6 months, we have been learning a lot as an organization or as an individual. I still remember the first day, like you said, like it's your heart surgery and brain surgery. So at that time, we worry about like ડોક્ટર વિના તો કોઈ કેમ સર્જરી કરી શકે. So like where we
અહીંયા તો ડોક્ટરની બી સર્જરી થાય છે.
yes, right. Yes. So the thing is that we remember that we need to change ourselves first, and then we need to look into how the world works. So as we have been touching some of the session with our users' point of view, we are right now make the sense of like what they are saying at that time. So the levels of listening, like it will, the most of the things that I remember is level of listening. So I'm been not good listener at all. So I'm been trying right now. I'm still, like 40% of listening in this duration. So levels of listening is a very good power to the other person that they want to share. Like हम लोग सुनते ही नहीं है कभी किसी की, हम लोग को ऐसा ही लगता है कि हमें ही सब कुछ पता है.
Right.
So another thing is like as you mentioned, like maths is very important. So we never thought of that. So we just working with the data, not data, but now we are looking into data first. So before that, we have started something that we call it product, but it's all our experiment only, not its product. So and we are not learning from our experiment. So we are just looking to the starting with the learning of how we can improve and how we can. And the most important thing is big burning problem. So you need to just identify the big burning problem of your customer, and it's not about any business. It's not about your business. In any business, you need to find a big burning problem that you makes you unique. So,
Right.
another thing is say to the no many things that you want to work, like आपको जो करना है वही करो. Say no to the things that you don't want. So ना बोलना भी सीखना चाहिए आपको. So we never thought on this, like हमें जब कुछ प्लेट में आता है हम कर ही लेते थे सारा चीज.
Right.
Right. And another thing is job description is most important in our field. Like we never hire a person in this mindset, like हमें उससे क्या चाहिए और हमें उसको क्या देना है वो हम लोग पहले से ही डिफाइन करके रखें. So expectation should be matched. And I still remember I have asked one question, like what the your rejection ratio. So it's touching me like you हम लोग पहले ऐसा सोचते थे 10 रिजेक्शन हो गया तो एक ले लेते चलो कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके.
Hmm.
So we have changed that. We might be changed in future. We have started always in that area. And
Hmm.
another thing is empathy walk. Empathy walk is very useful, very useful in personal as well as professional life. So in personal, we never talk with our wife and spouse and our colleague with the same stuff. So we identify that most of the people have good good mindset, and they have some past, so we can connect with that, and we know like why the person is look like this, and we have removed the image and we are looking to the fresh eye. So in empathy work we help that. So another is stakeholder interview. So we have started the stakeholder interview. So due to that, we have identified that what they want from us, and how we can help them to make this happen. So in this field, and of course, theory of you. Uh, and case clinic, we always say like it's from the mind always, but we need to make some, experiment, and we need to make some try and error that its image come from your heart, not from mind. So, another thing is higher self. So we never look at the higher self, the stuff like वो टॉपिक ही नहीं पता था कैसा कुछ होता है. So you need to look at your higher self. से आपका higher self क्या है? And then it's about the MTP. So MTP सब कुछ सेम ही है कि we never look at the MTP, और हमें पता भी नहीं था कि MTP जैसा कुछ होता है. Especially in our case, we don't know like. Well, then we started to look into MTP, and we might not 100%, but we are starting to work on that, and we have implementation in our organization as well as in our any unit. So it's not about the business. If you want to do something and you have to MTP, then you might be fulfill whatever you want. So another is last thing is strategy thinking. So it's great help to think on strategic like systematic thinking, strategic thinking, and another is maths, very important. So we never got the chance to look into the maths, and of course the industry analysis. So as you given the task, we have identified this is a huge industry, and the playground is very huge. You can play whatever you want. So we never go into the direction to work in the industry and comparison the data. We just started with whatever we want. So it will the kick me up regarding the strategic, sorry, in the value of data. Like right now, what if I want to do something, then I first of all starting to the observing data and collecting the data. Before that, I won't be start that. I just looking to, and I started the implementation only. But right now I'm looking the data, how much data useful, this is useful or not, or the things that I have learned. So I've started this. So another thing is strategy map. So strategy map is like all about the whatever you want. It's still small time to fulfill your full strategy map, because it will go into deeper and deeper, and you will identify again and again another things like ये ऐसा नहीं होता है, ये ऐसा होता है, ऐसा करके. So another most important thing is mindset. We have changed. I have been observing like in obscure organization itself. We have changed a lot of things after the ODeX. Before the ODeX, we used to work as a silo, and we just work as a individually. After that, in 6 months journey, we might be not connected that much, because it's only 6 months. It will take you full life to cover all the stuff. But we have started, and we have some of implementation in our organization that we make you the unique, and we align to our organized MTP. Before that, our working way of working is only silos. Individual have great. So we are right now, we are upsquare, we have worked with together, and we make build some unique things. So that's my journey. And in the ODeX, I have learned most important thing is thinking and mindset. And if you want to build something, then these points, all the points have to be tick in your all the journey.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let's appreciate Hardeep. Thank you very much. Good job. Okay, as people are sharing, you might notice that while in the same program, different people have picked up different things, right? And you can also kind of uh, add to your own notes and own perspectives so that you are expanding your take home package, right? Okay, who wants to go next?
We can
I
go.
will.
Okay, Arpit.
Yeah.
Who's next after Arpit?
Will go. Bhavesh.
Bhavesh. Okay, good.
Okay. So first of all, thank you, Omkar sir. We have learned so many things in these last 6 months. I remember the conversation before we start this ODeX program. So there were some internal communication around among of us, and we were also thinking like a person who is not aware about what the business we are doing. I mean, it is not just an IT business. There are so many things every company is doing inside IT. So there was one concern like a person who is not aware about how do we business, so how someone can help us to make an extraordinary organization by just like having this workshop and sessions. So that was the communication before we start this program. So that was a confusion at that time, but as the sessions were completed and we learned so many frameworks and we understood that this is a like a fundamental level this frameworks which can help any organization to grow forward. So, mainly my learning in this program that was related how we can think big, like how to think like an ecosystem. So it is something like the way you design the game, it will change the game. So that was the main thing for me. We were already at one stage, and we have to be like, okay, how we can move from step one to step two by having an extraordinary organization. So this the frameworks which helped me. I saw some of frameworks are already we have implemented. So if I can go with starting from this empathy walk and stakeholder interview. So empathy walk, like it is one of the powerful framework which help leaders and even leaders to understand the real challenges faced by employees and stakeholders. So we got to know so many things before empathy work. Like we had some another image of that employee, and after that we were able to connect more. Same stakeholder interview also help us to like uncover some hidden insights and expectations of our stakeholders. So that helped a lot. Main framework was MTP, this massive transformative purpose. So if I consider the BTS, we made a MTP like build a product and platform ecosystem that drives scalable growth and real impact. It's not just like MTP. We also started working on this. So whatever the new application or new product now we are building, we are going with like one check with our MTP by doing this MSRTP things as well. So the process which changed before and after, like before joining this ODEX, we just take any of the product like which is trending and something, and we start working on this. But now when we take a product, we do enough research, we define customer segments, we define like, okay, specific, what is the strategy behind that, what is our objectives, and if we deliver first version, then what are our expectations in terms of revenue as well. So we define all the process. At least we try like, okay, this is what we are expecting by releasing the first version of this product, and that is helping us instead of just going with any random products. Even for existing products portfolio, like we changed our mindset how we are looking at the things. So in the finance, in the one of the session of the finance where you mentioned that one of the product, like we have to go with the cost versus revenue ratio. So we are looking each individual product with the cost versus revenue ratio, and we are getting so many insights on that. So that is also helpful to us. After MTP, that was mean like any of the organizations should shift from idea focus organization to strategy focus organization. So that strategy related four aspect to articulate the strategy, that is finance, process, customer capability, and to deep dive in all of the four perspective that are somehow like cause and effect arrows, something like if we invest in capability, then the internal process will improve, which leads to better customer experience, and it will ultimately help us to better financial success. So that was important one. Strategy map, like the planning versus execution model. If we go with the planning, it should be finance, customer, process, capability. And if we do the execution, it should be like capability, process, customer, finance, CP, CF. After that, the main important thing was like you have to choose your religion, considering three religions of strategy. It could be either product. It's not. It could be. It is something like you have to be based in one of the three religion: product leadership, customer intimacy, and operational excellence. So you have to be based in one from these three. So that is ABC. So the way we thought about this religion, that also helped us like how we should move further to achieve our strategy and our goal. Then, of course, this balanced scorecard thing, it is still not completed. I mean, we just completed this maybe 4 or 5 rows only, and even it is also not completed because targets are not added over there. So we are still working on this balanced scorecard. But while creating this balanced scorecard, I mean, we are getting so many new insights, like what could be the target. So it is easy, like just saying in 3 years you have to go with 5x, and in 5 years you have to go with 10x. But when we are preparing this scorecard by adding each row, so that at that time we are able to know, okay, like which steps we have to actually do to move from like 1x to 5x and 1x to 10x. So that is important. So that scorecard we are still working on, and creating this scorecard completely and following this scorecard, it looks like it will help us to actually whatever our purpose and our objectives. So considering this next 3 years or 5 years goal. So these are the main learning from my side in ODeX, which will definitely help us to move to next extraordinary organization.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Let's acknowledge Arpit. Thank you. So Arpit covered a couple of points that earlier people had not covered, right? So including the religion. Great.
Thank you.
Okay, Bhavesh.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Manoj sir, UV, and all participant and ODeX team, especially for helping me to break certain belief from the past. I learned a lot of things from the ODeX itself. Let me share my screen. Okay. So ODeX helped me that how leaders and organization move from old thinking to new possibilities. The process involved observing deeply, reflecting, letting go of old assumption, and connecting with the future possibility, and taking action through experimentation and more. Starting, we know in most of organization there is a talk nice and talk tough. So what I learned that create a culture from talk nice to talk tough to dialogue. And I set my own framework. Whenever I start a meeting or I'm talking to someone, I remember I try to catch a face, or ODeX immediately, and it helps me to go towards the dialogue. So meetings should create a value through meaningful dialogue. If a meeting does not create clarity or decision, it should be removed. Convert every meeting in a dialogue. Move from compliance, control, convince to understanding, reflection, and expansion. And second, kill silos and think for co-creation. Department or person should not work in isolation. Collaboration across team, improve innovation and efficiency. So we must kill silos. Instead of working in silos, think about co-creation with the team and department. Second, I can say what I learned. If I'm busy, then I might be not a productivity. I might be not productive. Or if someone asks me that they are busy, they might be not productive. So being busy does not mean being effective. Busy means no result, and productivity means no result. Productivity means result. Productive organization focus on high impact work, not just activity. Now, another concept that about the listening, as we know, human beings are not designed for the listening.
Later
So,
on, you can correct the spelling. It's come as listing instead
yeah,
of listening. No problem.
okay, yeah.
Can you improve it right now? It's in the word, right? So you can change it.
What was the spelling? List.
Listening, Listen. Ten. Listen. Yeah.
Listening, yes.
Yeah. Same thing at the end of the first this thing.
Yeah,
Human beings are not designed for listening. No, next line.
yes.
Yeah. So after T add en.
So,
No, en. After E add n. Listening, Listen. After E, you have to add an N. Huh. Yes. Thank you.
so we have four things to do deep listening. First, downloading, listening only to confirm what we already believe. We ignore generally new ideas. Second is factual listening, listening to understand fact and data objectively. And third is empathetic listening, listening to understand an emotion, perspective, and experience of others. And fourth one is generative listening, the deepest level listening openly so that new ideas, insight, and possibility can emerge. And then after what I learned, that is listening beyond numbers. Data tells part of story. Understanding the context behind number leads to better insights. And normally we have opinions, so leader must recognize that their opinions are not always fact. Listening to other and questioning assumption leads to the better decision. And another concept what I learned, that is make three close friend while you are in leadership. First one is curiosity, being open to learn and exploring new perspective. Second, compassion, understanding and caring about people and their experiences. And the third one is courage, talking bold action even when outcome are uncertain. These qualities help leaders grow and connect with others. And in leadership, avoid three enemies. That is voice of judgment, voice of cynicism, voice of fear. We need to avoid, and these are the three enemies of leadership. Presencing and absencing. Presencing, being fully aware, open, and connected to the future possibility, while abscessing, operating from fear, ego, or old habits that limits innovation. Leadership requires moving from reactive behavior to conscious awareness. One tool to learn from the group, that is case clinic. What I
So 2 more
learned,
minutes, okay, Bhavesh?
yes, that
So you
is case.
should just list the points and then share more on your take home out of it.
Yep. So source versus resource. Normally we see that we consider source to the people. Instead of considering source, we should consider them source to get resource. Not consider only the source. And one powerful tool what I learned, that is higher self. There is no second or higher self to the search for. You are the higher self. Only give up the false idea you have about yourself. And for that, what I do practice, I am giving up the false idea that I am, and people are, I am the higher self. Everyone is the higher self. Then I learned about the MTP. That is full help to fulfill our life purpose. And I know what I am after learning the MTP. That is who I am. I am a builder. my work is creating happiness for all, and my organization MTP is build and enable business ecosystem where operation runs the friction free. And strategy. So strategy is about choice, and strategy helped me to choose one thing instead of many things. That's what I learned in strategy. And one more thing, what I learned that think about the ecosystem in organization and create an ecosystem for your organization. And last strategy choice. So we have to choose our one religion, and that is product quality, customer intimacy, and operation efficiency. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Let's acknowledge Bhavesh. Thank you. Okay, who's going next? Remember, you got 5 minutes. Okay, so while you can list the topics, what you want to share more is your insight and how it is helping you, right?
So I can start.
Okay.
So before sharing my uh, document, I want to share one thing that on the first day, or sorry, before joining this ODeX, I already had attended 2 days session or workshop at AMA for and that 2 days helped me to find out or learn about theory of you and
Theory you, yeah.
yes, theory you, empathy walk, stakeholder interviews, case clinics. All I learned on that 2 days, and suddenly UV sir told that we need to attend more 6 months. So I prepared for it and joined session. On the first day, you said multiple things about whatever you gonna learn in the next 6 months. It is only about creating organization to the extraordinary organization. So at the some point ऐसा होता है कि हम लोग कहीं पे अटक जाते हैं. This means के you are not thinking. This I learned from here. मुझे हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ पा रहा है. ये जो हमारा जो डेली जो एक्सपेंस और जो रेवेन्यू है वो अटक क्यों जाता है. बिकॉज दिस थिंग्स वी आर नॉट थिंकिंग, वी आर जस्ट ego thinkers, not a eco thinkers. So the main line or main thing I learned about this, that job of the leader is to ensure that your organization is a extraordinary organization. So let me share my uh, document. So I will summarize this document one by one. This is my ODS learning. We are mobile first digital products used by people across the world. We are an app-based company called BTS. It is a part of Upsquare. And my core belief after this program is to deliver world-class user experience to customers with a minimum possible cost. And these are my biggest learning. Before ODeX, I was thinking mostly about my company, my apps, my team, everything is mine. But after started learning about from ODeX, I am thinking about ecosystem and organization. And I can now think growth can come from multiple angles, not just one. That I'm running my company, or this is my team, or anything. So these are some my examples of how I will build my company from zero. We are currently business that we are only developing our application on from zero, but I can now thinking of acquiring apps and cross promotion and existing users base ecosystem. So multiple people told about this English plus maths. So this is this already into my mind. and I have already written that not only English or not only maths will help you to get the better decisions, but understanding your customers in my business, understanding your customers or anyone's business, understanding your customer, their problems, their behaviors, their big burning problems, how they choose product, whether you are solving a real problem of users. If you can't find, your business will not go much better, or आपका business वो नहीं चलेगा if you can't solve the real problem of users. So this is the English, and regarding the maths, if you can't leverage the users base to your revenue and market and profitability, it is like you are running an NGO, not an organization. So the next is PCCD thinking, product, customers, channels, and geography. This is the most powerful thing for us, I think so, and all business. But I can see now that before I was not before joining Odes, I was not thinking about what is the customer segment we are serving. But now I can think that I can now show the on screen or full screen to the onboarding, that by asking the questions that that will show me that which customers is already using my application. So before Odes, I was not thinking that, and I have no idea about what is user engagement, because whatever app store or play store these channels giving me customers, I'm thinking that someone is searching for keyword and land to my application, and he is using my application and paying me a subscription price. That's all was my thinking. But now I can think that user आएगा, वो कौन सा user है वो मुझे पहचानना पड़ेगा. It is not 100%, 100% मुझे नहीं पता चलेगा कि कौन सा यूजर है, बट आई कैन नाउ 50 और 60% श्योर कि कौन सा यूजर आया और वो मुझे कैसे हेल्प करेगा आगे मेरी डिसीजंस के लिए. सो दिस थिंग्स आई लर्न, द मेन यूजर सेगमेंट, कस्टमर सेगमेंट. Then, yes, the MTP strategy mapped and OMT learning. My MTP is build product and platform ecosystem that drive scalable growth and real impact. This helped me to thinking about individually have to think about product ecosystem. Just like मैंने पहले बोला कि I was मेरा thinking individual apps के regarding ही था, and that is why we are just an organization and not the extraordinary organization. And we learn about the strategy map structure. It will help me a lot in the next 5 years or 3 years goal जो हमने बनाया है. गोल के जो डिसिप्लिन है वो अब भी हम उसको हम प्रैक्टिकल में ले लेंगे. ऑब्जेक्टिव, मेजर्स, टारगेट्स एंड इनिशिएटिव. And my F1 is related to this MTP, empowering lives through the simple digital solutions, application solutions on mobile or iPad or web. Okay, and this is again strategy and execution. The main core principle I learned is delivered world-class user experience with minimum possible cost. उसमें सब कुछ आ गया है. वर्ल्ड क्लास यूजर एक्सपीरियंस आप कैसे दे सकते हो कि यू आर ऑन द टॉप ऑफ ऑल द कॉम्पिटिटर्स, और ऑल जितने भी कॉम्पिटिटर्स है उससे कम कॉस्ट में आप कैसे दे रहे हो. दिस इज द मेन लर्निंग आई लर्न हियर. And this is the second thing is WWSTBT. What would have to be true for this to be success. So अगर मैं कोई डिसीजन लूंगा तो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई विल आस्क माई सेल्फ कि आप क्या व्हाट वुड हैव टू बी ट्रू. तो अगर उसका आंसर मुझे यस में आया तो ही मैं आगे बढ़ सकता हूँ, और नो आया तो नहीं आगे बढ़ सकता. दिस इज माय पर्सनल लर्निंग. एंड सोर्स वर्सेस रिसोर्स. the traditional view resource is we are treated people as a resource, and now I can think of the source के मैं उसको क्या एक्सपीरियंस दूँ या फिर क्या वो दूँ कि जो वो अपना माइंड और हेड है, हेड हार्ट और सोल लेके आए कंपनी में, तो वी कैन अचीव आवर गोल collectively by doing the work for the extraordinary action. And this is the 4 levels of listening. I think on the first month we learn about this downloading, factual listening, empathic listening, and generative listening. So first of all, before joining this session, I was thinking that I am only downloading, listening, listening from what we have believed, but not actually listening to this factual and empathic and generative listening. If you go to the generative listening, you can discover new ideas and new possibilities for your organization. And to practice empathy work and stakeholder review was the best part. And this was the my takeaway. But one thing I want to share that Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj said, there is no second or higher self to search for. You are the higher self. This was also best part for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brilliant. Let's acknowledge Jigar. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Malesh, do you want to share? Malesh, are you there? Pankaj?
यस। तो ये 6 मंथ जर्नी बहुत अच्छी रही। तो पहले बहुत दफे सुना था कि महात्मा गांधी का कि कस्टमर इज गॉड, है ना, ग्राहक भगवान होता है, लेकिन वो बैकअप माइंड में रहता था कि हमेशा कमीना होता है। तो इसके अंदर मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि यार सही में ग्राहक भगवान होता है ना। और हम कुछ दिनों से मार्केट में गए नहीं थे, दिन से बोले तो 5 एक साल से। तो हमने मार्केट में जाना चालू किया, मार्केट में लोगों को मिलना चालू किया, है ना। और मिलने के बाद में जो नया लर्निंग मिला ना, वो एकदम जबरदस्त था। और सेकंड थिंग, जैसा आप हमेशा बोलते हैं कि आपके लोग माइंड, हार्ट और सोल से है क्या, है ना। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये रहता था हमेशा कि हम खुद नहीं है माइंड, हार्ट और सोल से, तो वो लोग तो नहीं रहेंगे, है ना। वो लोग है नहीं है वो पता नहीं, लेकिन हम खुद नहीं थे। फिर धीरे धीरे स्टेक होल्डर इंटरव्यू किया, है ना, एम्पैथी वॉक किया, तो पता चला है कि उनके कुछ अलग प्रॉब्लम है, हमारे कुछ अलग प्रॉब्लम है, वो लोग कुछ अलग डील कर रहे हैं। तो इसके अंदर एक चीज ख्याल में आए कि वो लोग जो हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं ना, वो एक एकदम एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी है। और लिसनिंग और बाकी के तो सब मुद्दे सबने कवर किए, और लिसनिंग में भी बहुत अच्छा फर्क गिरा। और दूसरा चीज ये ख्याल में है कि मार्केट में जो हम एक्चुअली थे, तो एक मेंढक की तरह थी कि हमारे को ऐसा लग रहा था कि यही मार्केट है। लेकिन मार्केट जब एनालिसिस किया तो उसका यानी जीरो जीरो यानी कुछ भी नहीं है समझो, तो वहां तक के बढ़ सकते हैं। और सेकंड थिंग, जो अभी अपने ग्रुप में लोग हैं ना, जैसा यूवी सर है, उनके साथ में मैंने बात किया, और बाकी भी है, तो उनके कंपैरिजन में है, फिर उनके जो कन्वर्जेशन में खुला वो एकदम बहुत जबरदस्त खुला है ना। और विशेष बोले तो आदेश की वजह से मैं यहाँ पे आया ना। और आदेश ने जो मेरे साथ में काम किया, है ना, आदेश होगा, अपना श्याम सर होगा, वंदना होगा, है ना, और आपने भी जो पर्सनली जो कॉल दिया वो। और मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा है प्रोग्राम में कि जैसा आप हमेशा बोलते हैं कि आप हायर सेल्फ हो और सामने वाले भी हायर सेल्फ है, तो आपके साथ में जुड़ने में एक्सपीरियंस रहा है कि जब भी आपके साथ में बात करते थे तो एकदम हायर सेल्फ महसूस करते थे उस टाइम पे, है ना। तो एक जबरदस्त रहा। और सेकंड थिंग, जैसा ये अभी तक के जो भी प्रोग्राम किया उसकी लर्निंग एकदम अलग थी, और आपने जो बताया एकदम अलग चीज बताया कि ये कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी डाटा था हमारे लिए, कि एकदम विरोधाभास। अभी तक कैसा था कि मार्केट कैसा बढ़ाओ, पैसे कैसे ज्यादा कमाओ, है ना, और वो कुछ ग्रोथ नहीं हो रहा था वहां पे। लेकिन ये लर्निंग एकदम अलग है। और ये मैं जब रिव्यू कर रहा तो उसके अंदर मुझे बहुत ज्यादा ख्याल में आ रहा है। यानी पहले टाइम पे जो डिस्कन्फर्मिंग डाटा है वो सुनने के लिए हम तैयार ही नहीं रहते। आप बोल कुछ रहे थे, हम सुन कुछ रहे थे और कर कुछ रहे थे, है ना। तो ऑल मिला के जो है बहुत जबरदस्त जर्नी रही और अच्छा लगा, है ना। ओके,
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Brilliant.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
Okay, great. Let's acknowledge Pankaj. Hey, Malesh, are you there? And Alpesh, you want to share?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Malesh?
I'll do next. I'll do next
Yeah.
side.
Okay, okay. You're traveling. I hope you're not driving. You're on mute.
You're on mute. I'm not driving.
Okay, good. So we'll come back to you after Alpesh. Alpesh, go ahead.
First of all, thank you for ODeX program. ओडेक्स के पॉइंट्स के अलावा जो मैंने सीखा है और लर्निंग किया है वो ये है कि मैंने कभी लाइफ में ऐसा जो प्रोग्राम है ना वो कभी इससे पहले ज्वाइन नहीं किया था। तो 5-10 लोगों के बीच में बोलने को मेरे को डर लगता था पहले। वो ये प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन करने से वो मेरा जो फियर है वो सबसे पहले तो कम हो गया। दूसरा जो लर्निंग पॉइंट ओडिस के अलावा है वो सीखने में है वो डॉक्टर अश्वथ के पास से है कि कोई भी सिचुएशन हो कोई भी टाइम हो यू आर कंटिन्यू एंड फोकस योर इन योर वर्क। डॉक्टर अश्वथ जो है ना वो कोई भी सिचुएशन हो कोई भी टाइम हो होटल हो या कहीं पे भी हो वो कॉल में ज्वाइन करके अपना काम करते हैं।
Yeah.
In ODeX program, some points I am learning. First of all, stakeholder interview and empathy work interview. वो स्टेक होल्डर इंटरव्यू और एम्पैथी वर्क में क्या होता है कि हम हमारे पर्सनल है और जो साथ में वर्षों से काम करते होते जो लोग हैं एम्प्लॉय होते हैं उसके साथ हमने कभी भी इतना क्लोजली बाय हार्ट उसका जो होता है लिसनिंग वो सुना नहीं। वो करने से हमारे जो बीच की जो होती है अंडरस्टैंड और लिसनिंग वो हम दूसरी नज़र से देखते हैं और वो क्लियर हो जाती है। अनदर पॉइंट है वो आई लाइक वी डिवाइड बाय लेबल। हम दूसरों को लेबल से जज करते हैं कि ये ऐसा है ये ऐसा है। वो हमको नहीं करना चाहिए। थर्ड है इगोसेंट्रिक टू इकोसेंट्रिक टू इगोसेंट्रिक टू इकोसेंट्रिक थिंकिंग। वसुदेव कुटुंबम। आफ्टर 3 universe इंडस्ट्री मार्केट एंड कस्टमर। हम सालों से इस वर्क करते हैं कस्टमर और या मार्केट के साथ लेकिन कभी भी हमने वो डीप लिसनिंग उसमें नहीं किया है। कि सोचा नहीं इतना डीप में कि बी यूनिक इन द आइज ऑफ कस्टमर नॉट जस्ट यूनिक इन जनरल। if you are not unique then me too and then me too then you are commodity। फिर पॉइंट अनदर वन इज कॉस्ट कटिंग। जब कॉस्ट कटिंग का हम सोचते हैं तो हमारा डिसीजन जो है वो चेंज हो जाता है और अलग हो जाता है। अनदर वन लास्ट वन इज सोर्स अगेन रिसोर्स। be yourself as a source not as a resource। एंड लास्ट में जो है वो है ब्लाइंड स्पॉट ऑफ लीडरशिप। क्वालिटी ऑफ अटेंशन क्वालिटी ऑफ इंटेंशन क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रेजेंस एंड सेंस ऑफ एजेंसीज। दैट्स इट। और अलग लास्ट वन एक पॉइंट रिगार्डिंग यू कि आपकी जो एक बात है ना वो बहुत ग्रेट है कि आप दूसरों की इंडस्ट्री में जाके इतना क्या बोलते हैं उसको, समझ लेते हो ना शॉर्ट टाइम में, कि सामने वाले को भी पसीना आ जाता है कि साला ये कैसे पॉसिबल है, वो आपकी सीखने की आप सॉरी आपके पास से सीखने का वो सबसे बड़ा पॉइंट है। दैट इज माय लर्निंग। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Alpesh. Good job. Thank you. Let's acknowledge Alpesh. Over to you, Malesh.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hope I'm audible. I'm on the Bluetooth. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I already gave a summary, but
Mm,
I think there's a lot more to summarize.
mm,
Um, I think the workshop came to me at the right time when I kind of started to begin with this three new businesses of mine. Uh, and it came as a very, very important tool in setting the framework right for me.
mm,
But even before that, I was midway a little puzzled as to, you know, what exactly is my uh, real journey into this business is. And the MTP was something which gave me that clarity. Who am I and what is my work? And this idea basically helped me profoundly to uh, be clear into what I want to do in this businesses and how I'm going to lead the team also. And that has become now my language across the business units, and and it is giving me so much energy uh, on a day to day whenever we speak on what is our next plan, what is our next uh, you know aspect of growth in not only revenue but holistically in everything in totality. So the MTP tool on a very personal level was something game changer for me. And I think that was the biggest takeaway for me on the personal front. And with the complete framework of tools and workshops and exercises in every aspect that came in the sessions, has helped me to, as I said, to create the framework and give the clarity to the team also as to what we are doing and where we are heading. And and honestly, it is really not easy to overview four business units um, and to also not be lost. And I'm very thankful to this workshop that without this, I don't know how I would have really managed to to overcome that phase. Now I'm in a definitely better phase, but the months of October, November, December, Jan was crazy. It was really, really crazy. So big thanks to Manoj for that. Now that I have also uh, enrolled my two other company, team is participating in this. One I know is not so active, but with the Digitech team being in this workshop, is already, giving me a platform to have dialogue with them on every meeting that I have, be it Ravi, Mahesh, Manjunath, even with my service team, and also with Zahur now. That's something also even more interesting that my business partner in the primary company, Zahur, was never into any of this workshops or um, engagements. So him coming on board, participating, and then we having dialogue on so many aspects that we come across on a day-to-day business across business units has been something so helpful for me uh, because I sometimes found myself being a solo guy doing so many things. On the strategy and on the forward thinking. Zahur is a great player. He's phenomenal in the day-to-day operations. but I always felt alone when I had to do little forward thinking, as I said. So Zahur coming into this has again now given me a lot of boost in how I can plan things more confidently, that I have a companion who also can walk with me in the journey. So yes, on a personal front, on the business framework front, and now the way forward with my team members being part of the workshop, uh, and my partner coming on board at the same in the same journey is truly uh, a game changer for me. Yes.
Yeah. Zaur has been participating very well. Of course, everybody else has been also doing very well. But
Yes.
Zahur, as you know, is like he would say some things, but then it will be like so impactful.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's the gravity of
yeah, like when he said, "Oh, I think I need to get everybody here." Like just for him to realize that and to say that, right?
mm, mm, mm.
It kind of changes the space for everybody else in the group.
Yeah, yeah.
That he's grappling, and then he's, all of a sudden he said, "Oh, I think I need to get everybody here." So it kind of he's mining the gold. He's listening for
Mm,
mining the gold.
mm.
And he would say, "Oh, this conversation," like he would come up with and say, "Oh, this conversation made a big difference." Like we were having a conversation about busy versus productive organizations.
Mm.
And he was like, "Oh, I never," like it is acknowledging that this were all, while it's simplistic, it's also something that we don't pay enough attention to.
Yes, yes, yes. No, and this becomes so receptive because earlier it was so difficult for me to come and bring
Yeah,
across some concepts which I, you know, uh,
yeah,
overcome somewhere or here. And when
yeah,
I had to go and have a dialogue, I could sense that, his receptiveness was not there. But now
yeah,
he is able to. So he's able to see that, things like this can make a long-term effect.
yes.
And yes,
Good. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Anything else for you?
No,
Okay,
I think good for now. Yes.
great. Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Malesh. Thank you. And Malaysia, we are requesting everybody to kind of create a small presentation and share. So
Okay,
whenever you do that, you can share. Yeah.
we'll do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be in a particular format, but just kind of capturing your points together.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay. We would also, Sham and Vandana, before we end the session, maybe you guys should also share. Right. If you're ready right now, you can share. Otherwise, you share before we end. And let me continue a couple of things. So one is, as Alpesh, I think, pointed out, that there's a lot of learning from each other, right? Like Dr. Ashwath, the way he managed everything. And while his colleagues were kind of in and out, he has been like complete disciplined participation, really applying it seriously and learning. Uh, Even though he is a domain expert in a different domain, he's been seriously learning and applying. So I think each one of us, we are also benefited by other people's participation, right? So what I would recommend is today, because today is a very auspicious day, and tomorrow you will forget. So today, take some time out to communicate to people individually whatever you want to appreciate them for, right? So you can do it. Also, you can do it on the group, but do it individually also. Okay. So call them up or send a particular message to them, whatever way you want to do it. So anybody that you want to appreciate in the group, you can send it out, reach out, and Upsquare team, even if it is people from Upsquare team, you should still do it. Okay. ऐसा नहीं कि घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर, नहीं दूसरों को एक्नॉलेज करना है, अपनी टीम को क्या करना है, ऐसा नहीं है. Okay, so please do that. And everybody, can you get your videos on? Couple of things that I would like you to know. One is many of you have joined the alumni group, right? How many of you have joined the alumni group? Okay, great. So please, everybody, make sure you join the group and use this as a lifelong structure for your development. Also, the portal exoorg.com. I hope you have visited it. There are a lot of documents getting added there, and it is, see, every week spend a couple of, like, maybe spend 1 hour on that portal. Okay, every week go through the documents, even though you may be already knowing them, use it as a refreshing point. Or also you'll discover some new documents, because every month we are adding a couple of documents, maybe sometimes every week we are adding. So use that portal. This is being designed to help us in the lifelong journey. Okay, so two things. One is the portal, second is the alumni. So we have a couple of other alumni from earlier groups. So please introduce yourself and try to connect with them. Even do empathy, reach out and do empathy walks with them, and connect with them. And as more and more people will join the group, it's a community, and that community can create a lot of things. Like even in such a small group, I could see that there was opportunity for collaborations and connections, right? Like Pankaj could benefit from some of your IT expertise, and I think Triple IIT and all of you had some things to share and learn. So it may or may not land into business things immediately, but I think it's a good idea to connect with like-minded people and build a friendship, build an ecosystem. So I would recommend use connect with everybody. Okay, so maybe even if you do 1 or 2 connections every week, over a period of time, you can connect with everybody in the alumni. And then, so one is use the portal, exoorg.com. Second is connect with the alumni group. You might be already on the WhatsApp group, OD Circle. That is the alumni WhatsApp group. If you're not, then send me a message, then I will invite you there. And if you're not registered on the EXORG or you're not access it, please do that. So that is my first recommendation, everybody. Second is in your company where you're working on to transform, look at creating a core team of 5 people. Okay, so some of you are already having 2-3 people here in this group, but try to create a team of 5 who are really committed to transform the organization, take it to the next level. That, and then create a weekly meeting with them. Okay, 60 to 90-minute meeting every week on how do you want to build the whole future of the organization. So having a core team makes a big difference. Otherwise, like Malesh was saying, sometimes it becomes lonely because everybody is busy with transaction. Nobody is looking at holistic development. Okay, so do you understand what I'm saying? Creating core team, does that make sense to you? And Dr. Ashwath, there are a lot of people in Triple IT who are involved. So just be active there, and then even if some people slip back, you keep kind of waking up the whole system. Right?
Definitely, definitely.
So there are a lot of committed people, good people there, but they also keep getting distracted by a lot of active. Your institute is highly activity oriented.
Yes.
It's now is starting. Earlier, I used to get very happy when I saw all your progress. Now I am also getting worried because it is becoming idea focused than strategy focused. Right. So too many activities may always has a risk. Right.
True.
Especially when it kind of starts distracting people from what you want to really build. So while you don't want to stop the activity, make sure that the organization and everybody stay on the purpose, on the MTP, and and the strategy map and the scorecard. Right. So you have to really play an anchor role And don't think that, oh, they have done it earlier, so they are senior in the conversation. No, we are all partners, right? And our eligibility is our commitment.
Yes.
So what makes you eligible to talk to Dr. Professor Prasanna for the future is just your commitment. That's all. He may have a decade more experience than you or 2 decades more than you. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, definitely.
is the commitment that makes us partners, not anything else, right? Okay.
So the one takeaway, the most important takeaway is having a industry in our institute, a company.
Yeah.
So that I will be consistently persisting.
Yeah.
All the 3 cohorts, we are planning to have the champions for each of the objectives, something like 28 or something we are listed
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So we are going to have meetings every week. So in that, I will be putting up this industry problem from my end, from this cohort.
Yeah. Like all medical colleges have hospitals.
Correct.
Like that, right? Okay,
Yeah,
good. Yeah, very good. Great. Okay, so before I go ahead, let me take some questions. Anything that you want clarifications, questions on the way forward?
Some certification we will be getting, is it, with this?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding. Okay.
Yes.
So we will send you a small Google form in which you just mention your name so that we get the exact spelling. Okay. And then we will issue a certificate. We'll send you the form today. And if you fill it up today, you will get it in this month.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And it will be something that you'll be able to kind of upload it on your LinkedIn and all that. So you'll get a e-certificate. Thanks.
यस, ये जो आपने बोला कोर टीम का, तो इसके अंदर जो अपने हैप्पी जो लोग हैं उनका लेने का कि बाहर के भी ले सकते हैं अपन, समझो ऐसा?
जो आपकी कंपनी के प्रगति के लिए वेल विशर है, कमिटेड है, उनको लेना है, राइट? तो दो चीज है, एक तो आपके एमटीपी के लिए को टीम हो सकता है या अपनी कंपनी के लिए को टीम हो सकता है, राइट? तो जो एमटीपी के लिए है उसमें आप बाहर से भी लोग ले सकते हैं,
ओके,
राइट? क्योंकि एमटीपी इज मच बिगर, राइट? Like your MTP, you can even invite others to be part of it, if for example, right? So you can, so it depends what is the game. So if it is a company MTP, generally you will have people who are from the company or people who are somehow connected with the company. But if it is a MTP, then for that you can have other people in the core team. Okay?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Manoj, since we will be becoming alumni and member forever, so let's say sometime we feel like joining your meetings, let's say, if we want. So is there any provision for any scheduling will be released somewhere in the alumni group so that people may join?
So we are doing separate training sessions for alumni. So there will be once a month meeting. There will be additional training sessions and meetings organized. So that will be there, and we will announce programs. But alumni would have to kind of register and participate in it. They will have a different fee structure compared to the normal participants. But you cannot just kind of walk into a program, because these are all kind of serious conversations going on, and so you can join. Like there are, like, for example, Adesh participated here in this course for the second time, and he is right now participating in the January course for the third time with his team. Okay, many people are participating many people are participating in the course second and third time, by the way. That is common because first time when they learn, it's like they're just dealing with getting their head around the concept. But to really master it and implement it, a lot of people are finding doing it second, third time. Even CEOs are coming back with their teams. So one of the group in the current team, so the two directors, the CEO and the other director, they are doing it for the third time, and 8 people in the 24 people group, they're doing it for the second time. And the remaining 16 people are doing it for the first time. Because every time you do, and especially when you do it with your team, it kind of allows you to master at a certain depth and also apply it profoundly, right? So you will be invited to kind of participate, but also there will be other dedicated sessions for alumni, right? And you can request, and you can also create buddies, and you can be in touch with each other.
Yeah, definitely. That is, I found the very good contacts through this cohort.
Yeah.
So, yes, UV.
So,
yeah.
yeah. So you if you're not joined the group and the portal,
No,
then you should do it.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, great.
And
yeah, so good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Any other questions? Arpit?
No question.
Okay. Now, one very important thing is that everybody in your organization needs to be trained in the basics of peer review. Okay, it is mandatory, and you need and they need to be kind of reinforced every now and then. So one good way to do that would be that you learn to teach, and you start conducting internal sessions, and then everybody gets trained, and then you reinforce it. So, for example, in one of the client companies, we trained everybody initially, and because they did not have any internal trainer. And then we also, every year, we used to do a recap for all the people who had done the training earlier. And every quarter, we used to do a session for all the new joinees. So one of my partner used to, I think some of you met him, Aljor. So he used to do sessions for every quarter for all the new joinees. So you have to find a way to include all the new joinees in this thinking, and you have to find a way to keep reinforcing for everybody. Now, initially, they can participate in some sessions with me or my team, but also in the long run, it is a good idea for some of you to get trained and certified as a trainer. So think of that. Okay. Malesh, also for you, like an organization of your size, Malesh should have at least 10 trainers.
Yeah.
So that is continuously kind of reinforce.
So what is the process we have to undergo for to become a trainer, Manoj?
There are two ways you can do it. One is you can just start based on whatever you have learned, and that can work. Also, we do a 3-month train the trainer program where we train and certify people. So, for example, some of you know Professor Ram, right? So he and then there's another chairman, CEO. He's the chairman of Surya Jasvi Group. So both of them got trained and certified. And Vandana and Sham and Adesh, they're all in the process of getting certified. So we do a 3-month train the trainer program, right? In which I and some of my other senior colleagues, we train the trainers to really deliver the basics of theory U in a way that can be impactful. So
So
if there is a need demand from all of you, then we will plan another schedule. There's not currently there is no scheduled date announced, but we can plan if we have enough demand. Okay. And yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
A separate registration will be done for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Yuvi, welcome back to
Hello.
India.
We just landed.
Okay. After your message, I was thinking, now you need to have a house in a couple of countries.
Yes. We anyways had have house in couple of countries.
Okay,
Even
good.
if it is not owned by us, then it is leverage asset.
Leverage asset. Because given Trump, you don't know what will happen where. So
Yes.
I was actually thinking you might not only country, you might also have to plan different continents so that all are not under attack at the same time.
Yeah. So I think I can say only one thing, that 80% of the whatever is being shown is not true.
Oh, okay.
So even though we are seeing some of the videos and audios and everything, a lot of them are mixed by AI and then old footage, and then the life was
Also,
almost normal, at least in UAE.
okay.
But we saw 3 missiles flying above our heads.
Wow.
We went out for the dinner on 28th. And then I saw that there are some firecrackers, and then someone said that, no, Iran.
Kavita is here.
Hi, Kavita. Welcome back to India.
Thank you so much.
So she's sending messages to family members that we landed safely.
So you're in Ahmedabad or Bangalore?
Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad. Okay, good.
So our Ahmedabad flights got cancelled, so we came via Bangalore.
Right. Well, so that's what I sent a message. I said once you land in Bangalore, then you're safe.
Yeah.
Means from the transit perspective.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we are no more jealous of your life in Dubai.
So I should be here for I think 3-4 days, and then I will be out. Not to Dubai again, but somewhere else for at least next 2 weeks. Hoping that the fuel is not in shortage. So, and then probably I'll need to look at that variable, that there are other than air travel probabilities in a country where I go.
Right. Yeah.
But then ability to suspend the voice of judgment, it helped a lot.
Yeah. True. Your team, everybody in the team here just shared their learnings, and they're all fantastic. They've done a great job in capturing their learnings and sharing. So maybe when you get time, maybe you guys can have an internal meeting and they can share the gist of it.
I'll go to office after 1 hour. I will go home, take some tea and then bath, and then we'll go to office.
No, it's okay if you can take some more time.
Then maybe 1.5 hours.
Yeah. They are not in a hurry to meet you. Yeah, they are hurry to meet you personally, but not as the boss. Even if you do it tomorrow, I don't think they mind that. But on a lighter note, you should rest. On a serious note, you should rest because you've been through spaces there, right? So
yeah. But so far, so
fantastic. So we were right now just looking at the way forward, UV, for everybody. And one of the things I said is that we should leverage the alumni group and be part of, like, build the connections with everybody in the alumni group, like we did with each other here. So I said, good idea to do empathy walks, stakeholder interviews with the alumni groups, and also use the EXORG portal, because we are going to keep adding content almost every month there. So I requested everybody to spend at least 1 hour a week on the portal to study the various documents and videos that are being put there, like a library. Right? Sometimes even the old documents, topics that you studied, if you review, it kind of refreshes. And then there are new content also is being continuously updated there.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
So as a part of our lifelong journey, I thought that would be useful. The
Yeah, I
second
think
thing,
that would be very useful. Yeah.
yeah. And then if people make requests on certain different topics, we can keep adding relevant content also.
Yep.
Right. The second thing that I recommended is people should create a core team of 5 people for each company who are committed to that company's transformation. So either it could be based on a company or based on your MTP, but having a core team instead of working alone always helps. Right?
Yes.
So a team of 5 is generally as a thumb rule, but there's no hard and fast. You could have 4 or you could have 7, or you could start with 3 if you don't have enough. But having a more than one starts to kind of build in a different energy.
Yes.
And one of the rules of the core team is you decide a frequency and then have those meetings as per that frequency, either once a week or once in 2 weeks. And we generally recommend a 60 to 90-minute meeting. Right? And it could be a Zoom or a video conference based meeting, doesn't have to be in person, but it is something that it becomes the foundation on which everything else you build. So I and a couple of my senior colleagues, we have been a part of a core team since 2015. And every Wednesday, we have a 1 hour, 1.5 hour meeting for the last almost 10 plus years. And we would have not missed more than 10 sessions in 10 years, including holidays.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Right. So just kind of it becomes the holding space in which then you can create something. So we recommend that. Secondly, what I was recommending to everybody is that we need to train all our staff members into theory principles, basic principles, and we need to keep reinforcing it. And one of the ways that we have done it is that everybody gets trained once a year, including, and then for the new joinees, you can have a certain frequency, like once a quarter, once in 6 months, depending on the number of new joinees, and you create training programs for them to go through the level 1 theory. And I also recommended that it would be a good idea that the people, some of you who have already been trained, you should start doing the training with the knowledge that you already have. And if you want, you can also go through a train the trainer to get trained and certified. Right? Because having internal trainers is very useful when you want to continuously reinforce it.
Yes.
Just external training program is not sustainable. You need internal champions who will continuously keep on reinforcing it. Right? So those are some of the things that I mentioned. Kavita, anything you want to share?
I can say I have. Hello?
Yeah,
I have seen all the 3 boys in last 6 days. That is all I can say now.
Right. Okay, so once you get back to India mentally,
Yes.
right, then we can connect and talk about the business later on.
But then, even though she is saying this, when we landed to Bengaluru, she said that I want to go back to UAE. Given the vibe and way people behave, and then all different kind of experiences, little experiences.
Right. Okay, got that. Great. Okay, so questions. Anybody, any questions, anything you want me to clarify, or like from the future's perspective, especially? So as you keep thinking of questions, I am also going responding to some that are there in my mind. So many of you have started working on the scorecard, right? Some of you are still working on the strategy map. You should do it. People who are not sorted out the strategy map, I recommend you do whatever it takes, but sort out your strategy map in the next 30 days. Okay. And if you need any support, you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to anybody else here, including colleagues or Vandana or Sham, or you can reach out to me. That's fine. So in 1 month, either you get your strategy map sorted out, or it's not going to happen. Okay. Secondly, with regards to the scorecard, some of you have are in advanced stages, some of you are at a basic stages of the scorecard, but I would recommend you do the scorecard. And the way to do it is get your objective definition sorted out, get your measures sorted out. Okay. Targets you may not put, but at least get your objective definitions and the measures sorted out. So I am reminded of a quote. It says, plans are useless, but planning is very important. So when you start doing deep thinking on all those parameters, it will give you, like some of you already said that, it will give you the clarity of the cause and effect relationship. Okay. And last thing I would recommend about the scorecard is take up, if you are a small company, you have less number of leaders, take up 5 to 7 objectives, and mostly from 1 or 2 from the capability series, and the remaining from the process series. So if you're taking 5 objectives, for example, then take them from capability and process as your phase 1. So you can divide the whole strategy implementation into 2 or 3 phases. And in phase 1, just take 5 objectives. Okay. If you have some more leaders, take 7, but minimum 5. Even if you are a solopreneur like Nishit and Bhavesh and Kavita, I would still recommend take on 5 objectives and start executing them. Create the initiatives and start executing them. Okay. Those, like for example, I don't know, Amish and Jigar, if you have more leaders, you can take on more objectives. Right? I don't think you will be able to implement all objectives. So you decide the number you want. Right? Amish, what do you think? How many objectives? How many leaders can get involved?
So there are at least 4 leaders I can see.
Right. So 4 leaders, then I think you guys can easily take on 7 objectives.
Okay.
Right. So take 7 objectives. And when you plan the initiatives, you can involve everybody in the company. Objective owners need to be people who have been exposed into this program, right? But initiatives, you can have anybody be the champion. So take up 5 to 7 objectives, mostly from the capability and the process perspective. And next 3 months can kind of drive it crazy. Right? After 3 months, you can pause and see whether you want to add more objective. But even on I'm saying for 6 months, you're going to just focus on this, but take a call after 3 months.
Okay.
Right. So, but in principle, we are saying for 6 months, you're driving these 5 to 7 objectives.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. But after 3 months, you see, okay, if you find confidence, if you're getting some good support, you might add 1 or 2 objectives. But otherwise, 6 months, right? Jigar, same thing for you. How many leaders you can operationalize?
Yes, 4 to 5.
Okay, good. So I think you should also look at 5 to 7 objectives. Same thing. Take them on seriously with all initiatives and everything for 6 months. But after 3 months, take a call. If you are feeling strong, you can add 1 or 2 objectives more. Otherwise, just focus on this selected 5 to 7 objectives. Right? But for you to select this 5 to 7, you'll need to create the strategy map, the scorecard for everything. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And that means the definitions and the measures. You may not put the targets and initiatives for everything, put the definitions and measures for everything. And for the 5 to 7 objectives that you decide to take on, there you put the targets and initiatives.
Okay.
Everybody, do you get what I'm saying?
And these 5 to 7 objectives are from capabilities and process perspective mainly.
Yeah. And Bhavesh, Nishit, and Kavita and others, life will be a little difficult for you, but you still need to think from 5 objectives. Okay, you can't take on less than 5 because then it's not balanced enough, right? And for many of you, you may want to have 2 objectives, at least 1 or 2 objectives from your sales and customer acquisition side. Okay, and then 1 or 2 from the delivery side, so that you're balancing the whole thing. Okay, so we're going to wrap up. And by the way, all of you, you have access to my calendar. So anytime, right, for the next couple of months at least, before you forget me, you can use my calendar link to book up a time for anything that you want to brainstorm on, right? Okay, so we're going to wrap up. Anything, Vandana and Sham, you got one line to share before we wrap up?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Manoj. And just want to say one thing. From where we started to where we are at, there's a clear shift in the collective consciousness of the group, and nice to see the cross collaboration happening. Manoj mentioned one thing, which is the OD alumni circle is a great place for you all to engage, ask, and even participate in terms of taking this work forward. So look forward to being in continuous touch with all of you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Vandana?
I'll just quickly say, it was beautiful to listen to entire transformation, which came in through today from people. And I'm sure each one of you all will participate in the extraordinary organization movement by getting the stories out to people, so that people understand what is the beauty of an extraordinary organization and how it can shift business, people, relationships, and one thing, Manoj, for you, I participated in this program as a volunteer implementation coach, but I just realized I was constant observing the amount of involvement, listening, being there for people, and also the amount of patience, because talk follow-ups, what it is to be in service. So thank you for demonstrating that. I'm taking that away from the program. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Manoj, I want to add something.
Yeah, Malesh.
I would like to thank really Shyam for bringing me to this course.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that.
Yep.
And I wish everyone here the best to come ahead.
Super. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank
So as you're working on, everybody, as you're working on having your organizations being extraordinary, if you also want to get involved with us in our purpose of helping leaders create extraordinary organization and creating 10,000 extraordinary organizations on the planet, you can be in touch with me, and we can build further. Right? We can co-create further, and you can get involved in different forms. So once again, thank you very much for your participation, and we are looking forward to your presentations that you're going to share. And last thing is, if you would like to contribute to us, you can also give us some good testimonials, video testimonials or text testimonials with your beautiful photographs, right? That we will misuse to say that you were great star performers of our programs. Okay, jokes apart. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care and see you around. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Manoj.
Yes.
Even though it's a hectic, but we miss you.